Hey guys, it's Abby K, and about a week ago I asked you to send me your questions, and today I'm going to be answering some of my favorites. So the first question is, how many instruments do you have? This is my second bass. I got an Ibanez. It's a very good bass. I love it very much. This is my third bass. I traded in my first bass to buy my fourth bass, which is the bass I use now on stage. But before I sold my first bass, I signed the inside of the pickguard. I autographed it as Abby K, so that is still out there somewhere. Here's my dulcimer. I got this from my great-grandparents. This is my first electric guitar I ever got. It's an Ibanez. My dad's cousin gave this to me, and yeah, this is where I learned how to play guitar. Honestly, I learned how to play bass on this too, because I started playing bass before I owned a bass, so this is my bass. So I also have a keyboard and a drum kit over there, and I also have my main bass that's inside of my bedroom. So the next question is, how did you get into rock music? So my first memory of music, I was about 5 years old, and I would ask my dad for songs from artists like Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, and Kidz Bop to be put on my iPod. And he would give it to me, but he would also give me the good stuff. So I got Kidz Bop and Motley Crue, and I got Justin Bieber, and I got Ozzy, and Iron Maiden, and Kiss. And I really started to enjoy listening to the bands he was putting on there. So I was 12 when I asked my dad to go to a concert. So he knew just the one to take me to, and I went to see Kiss. And I clearly remember sitting at the very back of the lawn on top of my dad's shoulders. I was wearing the Paul Stanley makeup, and it was running down my face because it was so hot. And I was mesmerized by Gene Simmons. Okay, the next question is a very difficult one. How many gigs have you played in your lifetime? So instead of telling you guys about how many gigs I've played, because honestly I have no clue anymore, I'll tell you about the bands I've played gigs with. So my first band, I was in 8th grade. It was called Thrive, with a bunch of other middle school boys, and I was the bassist, and that's actually the reason why I became a singer. Everyone's voices started changing because they were middle school boys, and we were having to change the key of a song every week. We were dropping and adding songs, and honestly, I got frustrated, and I was like, okay, I'm singing. So that's how I became a singer as well. So then my next band was called Jags. It's because it was with Jack, Abby, Gustavo, and Zach. I was the bassist and lead singer of that band. So my next band after that was Osmium 76. That was with my best friends from high school. And we called it that because we were a heavy metal band, and Osmium 76 is the heaviest metal on the periodic table. But actually later we figured out that it's the densest metal, but it just sounds cooler to say it's the heaviest metal. So we just stuck with it. So that leads us to where we are now. I am in Abby K. That is my band that I have with my management deal, and I also go out locally and play solo. So the next question asks me what I'm working on right now. So since I released my single, I've had so many interviews in so many parts of the world. But now I have my next single, and I'm not going to tell you the name yet. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, but it is all recorded, all vocals are done, all instruments, all backups. It's currently getting mixed and mastered, and we're working on a music video for it. So someone wants to know about my pets. So I do have a dog. Her name is Maisie. I love her very much. She does not really love me, but it's okay. And I kind of live on a farm. My dad kind of built a farm. My dad works on race cars, and so he's very good at building things. So he built a barn. He actually built this room that I'm in right now. This is my studio out in the garage. He built this too. But he built us a barn, so we used to have chickens and goats. Honestly, I never really understood why we had chickens and goats, and I don't really know where they went either, but we don't have them anymore. The next one says, I play bass too. We should jam sometime. Yes, I love jamming with other people, especially bassists. I like to feed off of each other, learn new things, so yes. Next question is, do you ever wish you could play guitar on your songs? So when I write songs, I do write the chord changes for them, but then in the studio, my guitarist Logan Foland, he comes up with riffs and things to play over top of that. We have this method: if your parts that you write for the song are really good, they add something to it, they need to be there, then that part makes the record. Honestly, as long as he keeps playing like he is now, I am totally fine with him playing guitar on my songs instead of me. Thank you guys so much. I am Abby K. You can find me on all social media at Abby K on Bass and on my website, abbykonbass.com. And you can also find me on all streaming platforms. Make sure to go check out my music video for It Should Have Been Me, and I'll see you guys soon.